Personnel at the fire department are responsible for emergency response and ambulance services across the 238 square miles of St. Lucia. In recent weeks, the fire service has recorded an increase in calls related to violent incidents in the city, especially gunplay. Divisional Fire Officer Lambert Charles says the bloodshed does not only endanger the lives of innocent citizens, but places EMT crews in the line of fire, even with the presence of law enforcement.
Even if the police is on scene to secure the situation, you never know what can happen. You know, a retaliating party can come from nowhere and the whole thing can flare up again. So there is a risk for fire personnel and there's a stretch on resources.
Charles claims victims of violence or individuals stricken with illness have turned on the very fire officers and ambulance crews while attempting to save their lives. He says recently EMT crews responding to an emergency at a neighborhood in the waterworks area were attacked by the patient.
Some ill person who was supposed to be vomiting and other medical problems. However, during treatment, the individual got off the ambulance and assaulted the firemen who were attempting to treat him. So you see, there are risks for firemen in the execution of their duties, or even if we are in effect just trying to assist.
Occupational hazards aside, the department is also faced with resource constraints, especially in the vast urban sprawl in the north. Charles says unwarranted violence diminishes rather than enhances the work of the fire department. He says personnel and resources needed to respond to a house fire or citizens in medical distress have to be diverted to treat victims of unjustified acts of brutality.
We have 2 ambulances manning the Castries Basin, and Castries is a very wide area. We go as far as Ancillary, Babonneau. So we are stretched when something like that happens because both units have to be deployed to that one situation. It means that other situations occurring at the same time may have to be deferred in order to deal with that situation.
The fire department has been kept very busy over the past 2 weeks with a number of shootings which have resulted in the wounding and deaths of several individuals. Charles says in addition, the fire officers are regularly called out to treat people as a result of skirmishes involving domestic violence, stabbings and shootings which are not reported to the police by the so-called victims.